or our friend gave us the mushrooms before we played, and we just like it did not sync with us at all. Like I don't think we completed more than one song in the set, and like I remember having my back kind of turned to everyone the whole time, and I like turned around like near the end of it, and there's just like two people left in the basement, and it was just awful. Like you
You
know,
weren't in a good place.
yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't like a show at a venue or something like that, because it just I don't know would have been devastating.
Welcome to the 16th episode of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering, and this is the show where I interview bands in the mathcore community. Merry Christmas, chat! Thought I'd bring the spirit of Christmas straight to your home through the use of twinkling lights. Unfortunately, they're not all twinkling, but I hope it warms your heart for the holidays. If you beautiful people in chat have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I will read them aloud. If you're watching us on YouTube, listening to this in your car, and wondering what the hell's going on, twinkling lights, chat, what's happening? The cast is first shown live on twitch.tv/thecastthatenscreation every Wednesday and Sunday. With all that out of the way, let me introduce our guest tonight, who dropped their sophomore album back on November 20th. For the love of it all, welcome in Femur. How's it going, guys?
Hello. Doing well.
Hey.
Very well.
Tell us who you are, what you do in the band.
My name's Jake Lockinen. I play guitar and I do vocals in Femur.
I'm Eric Nemi. I play bass.
I'm Dylan Maxwell, and I try to play the drums.
So you guys have been around for at least 2 years, right? Is it longer than 2 years, or?
Yeah, almost 6 years now.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, give us a little history of the band.
Well, we started jamming together in the summer of 2014. In our hometown of Thunder Bay, we've got like this like cover show that happens twice a year where like local musicians learn like the music of other bands, and then there's like a big night, or actually a weekend, where people play like cover music and stuff like that. And the three of us happened to be in a cover band, and we all, I think, at that point kind of wanted to start a new project anyhow. And it kind of just led to like the first Femur Jam, like right after we played our set or whatever, like the following week or something.
What were some of the songs you guys were covering?
Oh, we were a Converge cover band.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking sick. So I guess you just told us one of the influences. I know personally your new album, some of the songs I could definitely see being on the Always Open Mouth by Fear Before the March of Flames. So I would assume that'd also be an influence, but what are some of the other influences?
We could probably say like personally what we're influenced by, because I think those influences more so like have an impact on our individual playing in the band. Like my favorite bands are like Gaza, Daughters, and then this band called Mare from Toronto. They have like a huge influence on me, especially like what I contribute to Femur. Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak for the other guys, but yeah.
Yeah, basically for me, like in terms of my playing and what I bring to the table, I'm a pretty big fan of Tool, just the aggressive picked bass sound. And,
Okay.
yeah, I kind of like writing in that, I guess, style, you could call it. And then, yeah, just other kind of heavy bands similar to our genre. Like I've actually gone to Botch like last year. Like I've never listened to them before, but they quickly became one of my favorite bands. And when we were writing the second album, like a lot of the bass lines and their songs and the sound just kind of influenced how I wrote a lot of parts on the new album.
Yeah, I think we all kind of got into them at the same time too. So like the influence was really fresh and like maybe obvious or not obvious, but it was present anyhow. Like,
yeah, we're all pretty late on the Botch train, but
yeah. Yeah, good train to be on.
Better now than never, right?
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what about you, Dylan?
Well, I don't listen to a lot of heavy music usually, but I guess drumming wise, I'm influenced by the Mars Volta a lot. All their drummers have been really influential on me. So a lot of
Interesting. Well,
pop
like
music.
you're in a super heavy band. Like, what drove you
Yeah.
to do this kind of music?
Uh, I don't know, just these guys. They're just good players. They're just
We
just
hold
really
them hostage.
exciting.
Hold them
Yeah.
hostage.
Better
Got him in the
friends.
basement. Throw him some scraps.
Yeah.
So the name. Where'd you come up with? How'd you come up with femur? Is it because it's the most likely bone people are going to break in your pits?
Yeah, that was part of it, I think. I I mean, I guess the root of it all, like Gaza has a song called Femur, and I really liked the band, but I was like even more obsessed beforehand. The word just looked cool, and after kind of realizing that I thought it was cool, I kind of disassociated from that idea, and then just the thoughts that it created. Like it's the strongest bone in the body, and it's can be devastating if broken, like fatal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of provoked some interesting thought, and looks cool as one word as well.
Yeah, I think it's tight. The only problem is that Google searches and stuff are not super kind to you.
Oh yeah,
Not at all.
They can get gory sometimes, especially on YouTube. I've seen some femur surgeries myself.
oh yeah. Yeah, if you try to like type in just femur on YouTube, for example, it's just like a bunch of like medical instructional surgery videos usually, which is like it's entertaining, but it's not,
We get
Yeah.
lumped.
it can be pretty graphic.
Bro.
Well, with that being said, your album cover is just like a studio shot essentially. So who's Fast Eddie, and why'd y'all go with the studio shoot?
Nimi, you got this one, buddy.
So are you talking about the album cover?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that picture dates back to I think December 2016. We had like a Jam Space Christmas party,
Nice.
and
On theme for the current season.
Yeah.
yeah, we all got pretty intoxicated there. I was drinking Brass Monkeys. I think like I blacked out at about like 1 a.m. and I woke up at 4 a.m. and I said, guys, let's jam.
Yeah.
And we started jamming, and kind of an action shot there. I think Jake, you took it or what?
No, that was Dylan, and would just like to point out it was not rehearsed by any means. I think we were just like pretty drunk, and just Dylan kind of knocked his kid over while we were playing, and just goofing around.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
The
really
rocket
nice
ball.
photo though.
Yeah, it turned out pretty cool. I think it kind of like captured a lot of stuff we like and try to do in this band. Like, I don't know, could be reaching on that one. Just kind of looks cool that it's like this mid swing punch into like a drum, and like Nimi's like popping the bass next to it while it's happening. And like the
Yeah, that's gonna be
drone
pretty
happens to be on the drum skin. Like it just kind of worked out really well.
Mhm.
Well, it says it's taken by Fast Eddie, so I guess Dylan, that's your drunk persona, or
Actually, I took the photo, but Fast Eddie is our friend Josh, our dear
we kind
friend,
of
and
repurposed
he
the
he
artwork.
he just did some work to it. Yeah.
oh, I put it through filters and stuff. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Fast Eddies are like kind of honorary fourth member, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Name's actually Josh T, we'll say, and we took him on the road last fall, and we had a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
our bond has grown. I'll say.
Yeah.
And he plays in a band with Dylan too.
I'm sorry.
Not
What?
heavy, but Fast Eddie plays in the band with Dylan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, another thing, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's called Pedestrian Lifestyle.
Pedestrian lifestyle. And what kind of music?
It's like post rock kind of stuff, more
Okay.
ambient.
Okay, I can see that. So Holly in the chat was saying that she wants to have a 24 hours straight interview where we screech about the Mars Volta. Shout out to
I'm
Dylan.
so down to nerd out over Volta.
She says that she loves a variety of influences and makes for a well-rounded band. So how does that, all the influences and stuff, how does that all translate into the actual writing process? Is one person directing it? Are people coming in with one thing and if it works kind of thing? Or how does it work?
I think it kind of happens in a couple different ways. Like, I don't know if anyone's familiar with our songs. There are some that are like pretty short and just like pretty aggressive, and then we've got some more drawn out songs that have singing in them. We've got some more like progressive songs. I think it's just like the music and art that we like, and just we come up with ideas and then try to work on them as a group. And then a lot of the time we also just will start jamming on an idea. Actually, like Unconditional off the new album, that song was essentially entirely jammed, and then we just kind of like pieced it together into a real song, like the following jam.
That is my favorite song on y'all's album, by the way. Unconditional.
Thank you.
Dude, it's just so fucking good. Y'all are so good at building tension and then releasing it at just the perfect moment. It's so good. Another one of my favorites is The Shakes. Like, where you just say, I got the shakes again. I was like, oh my God, it's so fucking sick.
Actually, fun fact, Fast Eddie came up with, oh, wait, no, he just likes to say that a lot.
Yeah, that's a Fast Eddie signature line.
Yeah.
So what are the shakes?
Open to interpretation. Could be anything. Could be like being nervous about something. Could be like drink too much coffee.
Excited about something.
Yeah, it's just I think
Shakes. The brilliant work of the art.
Yeah, I think it's it literally wasn't written with any sort of premeditated idea or anything like that. I think Dylan actually came up with the hook, and then I kind of just built lyrics around that. I'm pretty sure that's how that song went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think especially the lyrics for that song, they're just meant to be open to interpretation.
Okay. Your lyrical approach seems to be like very personal. You do speak about a little bit about like social issues and stuff, but it's very very confrontational. Like looking at yourself looking at yourself from like a mirror or whatever, a mirror image of yourself, and like criticizing it and stuff. And I actually really like how you just like get at the issue. You're not using all these like flowery words and stuff. It's like things that I mean, I got a high school reading level, you know what I mean? Like it's something that I can understand and be like, oh yeah, I totally know what you're talking about, rather than like breaking out a dictionary and checking out what all it means. With all that said, who's Brian Wells? Because that seems to be especially a personal one.
No, it's just this this poor guy. Like, there's this documentary on Netflix. If you just Google his name, it'll come up. I don't know like about copyrights or whatever, but he just kind of like he met like an untimely demise. That's just the way I kind of like romanticized it in my head, was that he I don't know, kind of got led astray by someone that he like cared for, and ultimately ended in his death. And just like watching that documentary, I thought it was kind of an interesting concept to write about. And I sincerely hope it doesn't come across that I'm trying to like exploit this, poor guy's death through a song. If anything, it's meant as like pure respect.
So, I don't think that you're like exploiting or whatever. It's
yeah. I don't know. It was a good documentary anyhow. If you like crime docs, yeah, it was good. Yeah, just Google his name. You'll get more info about him.
I didn't think to Google it. I should have done that. I thought it was like maybe a personal friend or something.
Oh, I didn't mean to get that at you. I think if anyone's interested, I suggest Googling his name.
So what was the recording process like? It seems like y'all used the same person that y'all did last time around, at least for the recording portion.
Yeah.
It was a little different this time. Like, just because we finished the drums, and then COVID hit right after, so everything after that we had to go in one at a time, and it was pretty slow, strange.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And why do y'all use this guy? He's just like the best around, or?
Oh, he's like great producer. He's like a good friend of ours. He like plays in bands in Thunder Bay as well.
What's his name,
Yeah,
by the way?
Sean Skillen, and he operates Exit Music Studios. Yeah, and he's really fun to work with, really easygoing, and puts out good product. So it's like the stars align.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, we stuck to our guns there, and it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I would say production-wise, this newest one sounds a lot better than the last one. I guess it's because y'all changed the mastering guy that y'all have been using, but my God, it's so freaking good, dude.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
So, you guys have played a ton of shows and have done at least one tour. Give me your worst show experience.
I think you guys know. We've got this friend who was hosting like basement shows for a while, and they're just kind of like parties with our other like friend bands, and we I don't know, we like had some mushrooms, or our friend gave us the mushrooms before we played, and we just like it did not sync with us at all. Like I don't think we completed more than one song in the set, and like I remember having my back kind of turned to everyone the whole time, and I like turned around like near the end of it, and there's just like two people left in the basement, and it was just awful. Like, you know,
We're in a good place.
yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't like a show at a venue or something like that, because it just I don't know would have been devastating.
You guys just couldn't like keep it together, or I guess y'all just like falling apart up on stage.
Yeah, I don't really know what like happened.
Yeah, he kept trying all the songs and then just giving up halfway through.
Yeah. It was a pretty like low stress situation too, so it wasn't like the stakes were high or anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was your best experience?
Oh man, we played a show at Def's Up Art Gallery. It's a art gallery in where we live, Thunder Bay, and we can all agree that was one of our favorite shows. It was kind of a different setting for us. A
Mhm.
lot of people. I think we were playing some new cuts at the time from this most recent album. So I don't know. Personally, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Mhm.
It's good energy.
Yeah. It's just like a classic like art gallery, like white walls, concrete floor. It was like we played on the floor.
Like
and it was
surrounded by art and stuff.
Hmm.
I think there's definitely like a big collage behind us as well, which was cool. And it was so sweaty. It was like in July or something, and it was packed, and it was packed full of like for good friends of ours and everything. It was just a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the room was so hot, and the concrete floors were like sweating. People were slipping on each other.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
People breaking their femurs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope that doesn't happen someday.
I hope it doesn't either, but
Yeah.
I think we had a broken wrist one time, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I think I might have cut off Dylan and I'm sorry, man. I totally forgot your name up in the top right. But what was y'all's worst show experiences?
Oh, just
For what?
the worst show experience?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I have to agree with Jake on that one. Just the basement mushroom one was pretty terrible. So.
Yeah, I would agree too. And I guess as far as like in the context of touring, we played in Oshawa, and that wasn't ideal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oshawa is a scary
Fantastic
place.
characters. It had its own like novelty. It was really fun in like its own way. But I remember I was having like a ton of gear issues, and I freaked out a little bit on stage, and just kind of things like that. And it was like the perfect storm for a bad show, but nothing against the city, But yeah, that's what I would say for me.
it was classic. Like it was a Tuesday night. Like there was nobody there. the sound guy wasn't very good. We were playing a couple shows with our friends in this band called Kothra from Southern Ontario, and they asked for like a lot of reverb in their vocals, and they got no reverb. And I specifically asked for no reverb in my vocals, and I got like slathered in reverb. And
Reverb.
I don't know. It was, and no one was there and stuff like that, but it was still a good time, I guess. We played all right.
What was it like touring? Because that's the only tour y'all have done, right? Or have y'all done multiples?
We've done 2.
Okay.
Same places though, both times really.
Yeah.
Some variants, but we really miss touring, and every now and then we'll just say tour vibes because they'll just be references to kind of that set of inside jokes we had and like certain songs, and like it's just probably the most fun I've had, like doing something in a band. And I don't know, I could just keep saying good things about it.
Yeah.
What was
Actually,
the worst
Dylan
part of
has-
touring?
I don't know if there is one.
What? Come on, you sleeping in a van? You know, not eating good food?
We were eating good.
We ate like kings.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Indulgent.
Yeah.
We weren't financially smart, and we ate well.
Yeah. Yeah. And like my dad and my sister live in Toronto, and like Dylan's got family, I guess, down south and then in Montreal as well. So we've kind of got like, and we've got a bunch of friends in Montreal, so we've got places to kind of stay most of where we're playing. So it's just a great time, like, you know, get to hang out with our friends and family, and then, you know, play shows in new cities. It's definitely one of the funnest things ever on the planet.
Mhm.
Well, that's sick. What's the weirdest place y'all have played?
I'd say Oshawa.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you just drive in and it's like, it's this actually pretty beautiful town. It looks really clean, but like every single person looks insane and on drugs.
They want you and everything you have.
Yeah.
Are these like the hillbillies of Canada, or?
No, just like crazy
Hillbilly.
zombie drug addicts, like
It's a hillbillies.
everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I guess so.
There's a town that had like a GM factory or something, and then that factory like got dissolved, and then that just had a huge effect on their community and everything. And I remember we were like pulling up to like around the corner from the venue that we played at, and across the street, I don't know, it was weird. It just felt like we were surrounded by really sketchy people. And then later in the night, as we were like going back to the van to start loading up and stuff like that, I noticed that someone was trying to like pry open the driver's side door. Like there's like dents and scuffs around the top corner of my door. I'm like, oh God, let's just get out of here.
Shit.
So
Jesus
it was like a
Christ.
40-minute drive back to Toronto, and we just like stayed at my dad's house that night. That was pretty sweet. But it was sketchy, everything before that.
So, what was the last album you guys listened to?
Oh shit! I should know this.
Gord Downey's new album.
I have no idea who that is.
Gord Downey, he's kind of like a Canadian treasure. I mean, it depends on who you talk to. I'm a big fan of his. He passed away 3 years ago now, and it was like the last thing he recorded before he died. The album's called Away Is Mine. He actually has like a huge influence on me in terms of like lyric writing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend Away Is Mine by him, or his album before that, Introduce Yourself. Both like, yeah, really good.
What was
music.
his name?
Gord Downey.
Gord Downey?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh, I need to check that out. What kind of music?
It's like kind of singer-songwriter stuff, but he like usually writes with a producer from Broken Social Scene, I think. So there's lots of like kind of wacky instrumentation at times, but then there's also really like somber tunes. It's all really like a personal subject matter, especially like his last 2 albums. I think he died of like brain cancer or something like that. So they're
That
pretty
sucks.
emotionally charged. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff though.
What about you other guys? What was the last one y'all listened to?
For me, I guess like in full, probably like the new Chamber album or the new Seven Dust album. Yeah,
Seven Dust has a new album? I didn't know they were even around.
I think it came out this year. Their most recent album, anyway. I'm a sucker for those guys.
That's
Love
like
those
new
riffs.
metal, right?
Yeah, I guess so. They're unexpectedly heavy though. I wouldn't just knock them as new metal, but I guess yeah. I think the Chamber album, it's called Cost of Sacrifice or something. I can't remember, but I listened to that in full and some good riffs there. Yeah,
Nice.
that's all I've listened to album wise. But I've just been listening to kind of I'm the guy just listening to the same 5 songs and vibes to them.
Dude, I'm the same way, man. Like, I check out,
I don't do
mainly I
albums
just
all
check out the people that I asked to come up on the podcast, but other than that, it's just, like, freaking Sawtooth Grin or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, just go back to the old favorites.
The Finn album there, as I was telling you earlier.
Oh, hell yeah,
Good
man.
Too. Yeah, recommend that for sure.
What about you, Dylan? What was the last album you listened to?
I'm a huge nerd for like film scores. I've
Okay.
been listening to this one composer. His name's Johan Johansson. It's the last thing he did. It was for a movie called Mandy, and yeah, it's really like soundscapey and yeah.
Dude, you're into some weird stuff for being in a metal band. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's so different from what I would have thought your influences would be, man. Like what you would listen to. It's so interesting.
Yeah, I listen to some heavy stuff, like whatever these guys usually have. I usually get into it, but yeah, normally I just listen.
Yeah,
to
we
it.
forced him to listen to heavy stuff.
I can totally attest
Part
to
of the
this.
hostage thing.
I can totally attest to Dylan's listening habits because he and I live together, and every once in a while I'll just hear like this big like descending bass drop from his room because he's just listening to soundtracks and stuff. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
So what are y'all's albums of the year?
Away Is Mine by Gord Downey.
For me, probably the new Loath album. I Let It In,
The new
et
what?
cetera, et cetera. Loath.
Okay.
Yeah, just really heavy, and yeah, I'm kind of the meathead heavy guy in the band. So I just give me those fucking genty riffs and
Oh yeah. The 1975 put out that new album of theirs. Notes on a Conditional Form. That's really good.
yeah, that's a good one too.
What about you, Dylan? What's the best soundtrack of the year?
I don't know. There haven't been very many movies coming out this year, so I'm kind of at a loss here.
How about real albums?
Yeah, what's your album of the year, Dylan?
I don't even know what came out this year. Can you guys help me? Like,
How about this? What's your favorite heavy album? How about that? Just of all time.
my favorite heavy album. Probably the self-titled Daughters album.
Okay. That's fucking sick, dude. Yeah, I like that one better than like their newer direction. I don't know, man. People love the new album of theirs so much. Like, I don't know, man.
I really like the new one too, but the self-titled is what got me into them. So yeah, it's good.
Right. Like it's cool, right? But like, I don't know. It's not like it's hard to get into. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just sit in a chair and be like terrified of noises for an hour. You know what I mean?
It's a certain mood for sure.
So you guys got any merch?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
In fact, we do. We just made some new stuff, like maybe a month and a half ago or something like that. It's kind of like designs reminiscent of the Red Marks album. We kind of just put this stuff out like right before we dropped the new album. I don't know if you can really see that. I know my lighting's not the best, but
I mean, we can see it pretty well. I just blew you up full screen, so
Okay. There's
Should be
an
listening.
eyeball. There's some teeth, and it says Femur twice on it. And then we've got this shirt. Yeah, very nice. It's kind of like a zoom in on our teeth.
Why are
Kind
you
of like,
obsessed with teeth?
I don't know. I think we just like anatomy and stuff like that. Oh, our friend Connor Mack came up with those designs. And his handle is Super Heavy Times, and he does work for commission as well. Yeah,
I just
he
messed
does
this
great
up.
stuff.
yeah.
There we go. Okay. Well,
Actually, he plays in this band with another friend of ours, Colin Scally, Crowning the May Queen. I'm getting
That's
that
it.
right.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, they were just on Mathcore Index. They did an interview with them like within the past couple of weeks or whatever. They're like putting out really cool stuff lately too.
Okay, yeah, I saw that they followed me a while back, and I've been meaning to check them out, but I totally
Nice.
forgot to. I need to check them out, man. I'm gonna write them down right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Crowning the May Queen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's about all I got. You guys got anything else you wanted to talk about?
Fuck, I don't know. We're really in a time where there's nothing to do, nothing to talk about.
How's the pandemic been affecting you guys?
Just really sad because we can't play shows.
Yeah.
Are y'all like doing video chats, or y'all are practicing, or are y'all able to get in a room and jam?
Haven't been jamming a whole lot just
I
because
think we jammed 3 times.
Damn.
Yeah, we jammed 3 times since March.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I imagine
still
that
got
lets
it,
y'all
though.
like work on a bunch of stuff then. So like y'all have a new album coming out soon? No, I'm kidding. I imagine y'all are working on stuff though, right?
Yeah, we've got some ideas incubating and stuff like that. We had one like pretty productive jam, like working out the kinks of like 2 brand new songs. And then there's a bunch of other ideas floating around. So there's, definitely plans for another full length someday. Probably in like the next, natural album cycle or whatever.
And I know that obviously you can't do it now, but are y'all like having plans for shows like later in next year or something, or are y'all not even thinking about that right now?
Tried to do something actually. I guess this month we were talking about doing some sort of modified event, of course, in accordance with all of the protocols of our province. Some sort of release event show, but it's kind of up in the air now because now our city's starting to rise in cases and starting to actually become a problem. But it was kind of like Wonderland this summer. We had 0 active cases for a while, so we were kind of a little bit more optimistic about the future. But now I don't know if we have any special plans like that. I don't know. Up in the air, like most things.
Yeah. I think we kind of just want to wait until, we can have a release show, like a late release show for the album, without any sort of, like restrictions in place. Like if we want to do it, we want to do it right kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of the album, do you have like CDs and stuff? I didn't see anything on your Bandcamp about CDs.
No, we didn't make anything physical right now, but we are planning on making some like a limited run of CDs for the time being, and then it'd be awesome to do vinyl someday or something. But
why not do them now?
So expensive
To make CDs?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about.
Oh, well, I mean, vinyl's a whole other question, but like CDs, like
we're broke boys.
I'll be honest, we're not the most proactive band. We're getting around to it. We'll put it that way.
We're pretty reactive. We'll have the hard copies out like next year.
Yeah.
Once the hype's over.
Yeah.
Well, that's about all I had. If y'all guys have anything else.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be plugging you guys like crazy in a second. But so if you're looking for the adrenaline you need to get through the day, check out For the Love of It, the sophomore album from Femur. You guys are on Spotify, all the streaming websites, I would assume.
Oh yeah.
Bandcamp, Instagram, Facebook. Y'all are on Twitter, right? I think I tagged y'all on Twitter.
Are we?
We have a Twitter. I just use it to check out golf.
See, that's what bands tell me. Like, nobody uses Twitter really. Some people can make it work really well for them, but
it's really hard to even get buzz on Twitter.
yeah, like, I have no idea how to even like grow on the platform. It's really annoying. But anyway, you guys are on Bandcamp, Instagram, Facebook, the streaming websites. It's mostly at Femur the Band, so to help you guys with Google searches and such. Any other plugs I'm missing?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks to my parents.
Jenware is asking where they can buy some merch. That would be femurtheband.bandcamp.com, correct?
Yeah.
For the Bandcamp, for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as for me, drop my channel a follow so you always know when I go live. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube, folks, if you like the video, please drop a like, tickle the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation. My Christmas EP, Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, is out now. Get a free download. Buy some merch on my Bandcamp, thesoundthatenscreation.bandcamp.com. My guest on this Wednesday, today's Sunday, is Corey Swope of Zombie Shark. It's going to be a big one. Join us this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, right here at the twitch.tv/The Cast That Ends Creation for the live cast. Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you all had a good time.
Bye. Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. Y'all are welcome back anytime. And thank you for watching and listening.